Hello guys, Joe with Smokin Joe's Pet Barbecue. Can you make competition grade ribs on a Weber Kettle? Stay tuned. You don't want to miss this. Alright guys, welcome back. I am about to share my competition recipe, so stay tuned guys. Real simple. I've already got a rack of ribs trimmed up nice and squared. The rubs that I'm going to use in this exact order guys, all from Victory Lane, garlic jalapeno seasonal. I'm going to grab the bottom side first. Okay, give it a good coating. Again, stay about 10 to 12 inches away from your rack of ribs. Give it a good layer. Okay, second layer, the pecan rub. Okay, this has a little bit of sweetness, good pecan flavor. Again, a good layer. And the third rub, cherry bomb. Okay, this one we're going to give it a nice, heavier layer. Don't be afraid to get some on your cutting board, guys. Don't forget about the edges of those ribs. Remember that when judges are biting into your ribs, they're usually going to taste the ribs with their tongue or the bottom side of their mouths first. So you got to make sure that you have enough rub on the bottom side of your ribs. Okay? So at this point, go ahead and flip it over. I'm going to show you how I'm going to get the edges here in a little bit. Alright, flip it over. Go ahead and repeat the process. Get a good layer, nothing too heavy on the garlic jalapeno. Just a good layer. Get some of that heat on there. Okay? Then we got our nutty pecan. This has some sweetness, good pecan flavor. Just like that. Oh, excuse me. And then the cherry bomb. A nice, heavy layer of this. Okay? And you don't want to rub this, you just want to pat it. But we're going to let this sit for probably 15-20 minutes. And I want you guys to see what they're going to look like. They're going to have a really nice red color. Alright, so the edges, you guys are probably saying, Joe, what about the edges? All this extra rub that's on your cutting board, pick up your rib and just dab it. Dab it on all that extra rub that fell off of your cutting board. See what that did? Okay, don't forget the other side. Same thing. Okay, again, go ahead and pat this. Guys, I'm going to let this sit, again, 15-20 minutes. I'm going to go fire up my Weber Kettle, and I'll bring you guys back. So stay tuned. All right, guys, welcome back. So we're outside, and before I put the ribs in the Weber Kettle, I want to show you guys what letting your ribs rest for about 20-30 minutes does. It allows the rub to kind of melt in and sweat in. So you create this really nice color on your ribs, kind of a glazy look. And that's going to help in your appearance scores for sure. So let's get them on the Weber Kettle. Stay tuned. Alright guys, my Weber Kettle is at 275 degrees. I am using some Fogo premium charcoal, and I've got some hickory chunks in there as well. That gives the ribs a good flavor, at least when I've cooked them in my drum before, and it helps give the ribs a really good flavor. So again, we're trying to create competition grade ribs. So I'm going to leave it covered, run it for 275 for about an hour and a half, and we'll check on them then. So stay tuned. Alright guys, welcome back. So it's been an hour and a half, and I just pulled my ribs off of the Weber Kettle. In fact, I'm going to bring you guys in a little bit closer so you guys can see how I wrap this. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so I want to bring you guys in a little bit closer. Take a look at this. I mean, the color on these ribs is amazing. I'm going to go ahead, I just got my pigtail here. Go ahead and turn them upside down. And at this point, I'm going to add a little bit more rub. Okay, just on the bottom side. I'm not putting any of this on the top side because remember, the appearance on the top has to be pretty much flawless. And I am using some of the pecan, the nutty pecan rub on the ribs. So at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and wrap them. A little windy out here. Just fold it like this. fold the other side in nice and tight. You don't want to press too hard because you don't want the bones to puncture through the foil. Then grab one side. What I do is I twist it like this and lay it on the top side. Okay. Now on this other side where it's open, I've got the Victory Lane butter bath, and I am using some apple juice. I'm sorry, orange juice, because I was out of pineapple juice. So at this point, just open it up and dump it all in there. Guys, and that butter bath has everything you need in a wrap. Butter, your honey, your sugar, and some other spices as well. Again, just fold the other end, push down. And again, we are at an hour and a half uncovered. I'm going to put this back in my Weber kettle with the bones up or the meat side down for about an hour. So we'll see you guys back in an hour. Stay tuned. Alright guys, welcome back. So it has been an hour since I wrapped my ribs, and just be very careful. I don't wear any gloves, but you can if you want, just to protect yourself. And let's get these ribs out of this foil. Oh yeah, has some really nice pullback. Guys, if you're using a pigtail like this, grab on the outside edge of the ribs, just like this. And grab your foil and go ahead and put it in your trash can. Alright. And I did notice, guys, when I was cutting into these ribs, that it looks like the butcher cut this way. But again, I'm going to use them anyway. So at this point, guys, I'm just going to leave them. I got some really nice pullback too coming from these bones. Check this out. See if I can turn it around. See that? Really nice pullback. So just going to lay them in the smoker in the Weber kettle for about 10 minutes or so. And again, my temperature has been sitting at 275, 280, almost the entire cook. I am using the slow and sear, and I am using some Fogo charcoal, and I still got some really big chunks. So we'll see you guys in about 15 minutes. Stay tuned. Alright guys, welcome back. So it's been 15 minutes since I took the ribs out of the foil. Now it's time to sauce them. So I'm going to go ahead and turn them upside down. Got my glaze here, sauce. Just go ahead and apply a good amount on the bottom side. Again, remember that the judges, when they bite into a rib, the bottom of the rib hits their bottom of their mouth, which is usually their tongue, and that's where this flavor is going to come from. Go ahead and grab the bones as well. Sauce the bones, sauce the sides. Okay, just make sure you get enough on there. Oh man, these are pretty. These are pretty. Go ahead and flip them around. And glaze the top. Just like this. Oh man, these are pretty ribs, guys. These are pretty. You guys, this is my homemade sauce, and you will not see any of the brush strokes on there, but you do get a really nice shine and appearance on the ribs. So guys, I'm going to let these sit for probably 5 minutes in the smoker with the sauce on it, and we'll see you guys inside, so stay tuned. Alright guys, welcome back. So I've got my ribs off after 15 minutes just sitting there with the sauce on it, and these things look amazing, guys, as you can see here. I'm going to slice into them and see what we got here. There's one. Again, sometimes if these bones aren't the straightest, guys, you have to cheat a little bit, okay? You have to cheat your cut, so just follow your bone. But that is the winner right there. And you would probably get maybe 2 or 3 bones or ribs off of one rack, so you want to cook maybe 2 or 3 racks in a competition just to make sure you have enough racks or ribs. But Look at this, guys. Just a beautiful looking rib, good smoke ring, and I can tell you that these things are probably pretty tender. They're not fall off the bone, but they're pretty tender. So here we go, guys. Cheers. I don't want to bite it. It's beautiful, but somebody's got to, right? Cheers. Mmm. Look at that. I'll bite the side. Mmm. These are great tasting ribs. Probably have barbecue sauce all over my mouth. So first things first. Can the Weber cook a competition style rib? Absolutely, guys. I'm going to put this up there with my Gateway drum. That Gateway drum produces a really good rib, and I'm really pleased with the Weber Kettle and how precise it is on temperature. It stayed at 275, 280, you know, jumped around a little bit, and that's going to happen with any smoker. But the proof is in the flavor, and the flavor is amazing, guys. That Fogo charcoal that I used with a combination of the hickory wood gave the ribs a really good flavor, good appearance, and overall really happy with that. Can you cook in a competition on a Weber Kettle? Absolutely you can, and produce these results. I mean, look at this, guys. Look at this rib. I mean, that is a beautiful looking rib. Okay, I mean, imagine having 8 of those in a competition box. So guys, hope you like this. Again, this is not a perfect competition cook rib, but it's pretty damn good. You can get by cooking in a competition on Weber Kettle for sure. But thanks for watching. Thanks for those of you guys that already subscribed. Give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, ask them down below. Until next time, Joe, Smokin Joe Spit Barbecue. See you guys.